So, welcome to Sexy Talks, dear Finn and dear Gia. Maybe you can give us a little bit introduction about yourself.
Hello, I'm Gia. I'm 28 years old. I am a DJ and sex worker in the scene in Berlin. I've been here approximately 5 years, and that's me.
I'm Finn, or DJ Killing. I DJ and I throw parties since a little bit and do a lot of odd jobs.
So, tell us a little bit about your relationship. How did you get to meet each other in the first place?
Moving to Berlin in 2021, I became a resident of a party called Deutsch. So I was DJing there every party that happened at Fitzroy, and DJ Killing was on the lineup of one of the gigs, I think around 2023-ish. They would book DJs from Berlin, from all over the world to come and play. Finn was closing the basement floor, and of course, as a resident, I was playing, I think, upstairs earlier in the night, and then Finn was doing the closing downstairs, and yeah, that was the night we met. And I remember that I was tuned into his set in the basement until the end. I even think I asked you like for a specific track during your set, of course. And maybe we even... No, there was no afters.
But I remember where we really clicked was when I was playing at Ficken 3000. And it was for me a regular night. I mean, I played there a million times. But Gia was dancing and came to me and said that my set was giving Studio 54. And hearing that from a goth, I was like, okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, so absolutely, that comes chronologically. Deutsch came first. Ficken came second. And that's that.
And I mean, today you're playing with us for Sexy Tapes back to back. Is this your first time, or when did you start connecting musically? Maybe you can give us a little frame about this.
We do happen to have a quite iconic back-to-back moment that had already happened for Royal Highness and Dissident December of 2024, which was truly a night for the books. But I think like once we became friends, we had been hanging out, and anytime we spent time together, we would show each other music, and always excited to like show each other something new or like lift each other up with some track. We're always sending each other tracks. Like
I think we always remind each other about something we already have a reference from. But preparation for us that I think was going out together for 5 weeks in a row, nonstop, and dancing. And I think one of our climax moments was at Cocktail de More, where our music world clashed together and got reborn, and she became my icon.
It's always like music is our language, honestly. And whether it's like sending each other tracks or thinking of each other through a song, we will send each other music, or we find each other in the literal moment of a party during a DJ set. And like as he was saying in Cocktail de More, we came together, like we went to the party together, and we were just indulging ourselves in this like beautiful music moment that was like taking us on this adventurous journey.
Yeah, and we, for example, there we realized, remember that one moment where we heard a a Madonna track.
It was like Madonna,
No, it was
but
ABBA.
it was ABBA with
but
a Madonna
track sung in
sample, sung in Japanese.
Sung in Japanese, but
Like it's like the worlds collide.
Worlds collide. Remixes.
You think like you're about to get this and then that, and then you're like, it's fab. Kind of defines like.
Okay, so you're talking about how you emerge with music, dancing to it, but now we're interested in when you're playing together, how would you describe your music style? And maybe even if it differentiates, is it different to what you normally play?
It's a good pairing because we have our own unique styles. So when we come together, my more energetic and
You come from the chambers of hell. I come from heaven.
some say I come from the chambers of hell. Some say he comes from the chambers of heaven. So yeah, so as you can attest, that brings like, I feel like when we're doing a back-to-back, knowing that I'm playing with him brings out the lightness in me, in my sound, and knowing that he's playing with me brings out maybe a little bit more bouncy or rhythmic or harsher sound of his tracks, and together it makes something beautiful. So it always inspires me to reach to a different sector of my being. Yeah. And I think that's fab.
And so you played a couple of times or multiple, or very often together in a back-to-back, and you create something beautiful from what we heard. Is there like one specific gig that stands out from your musical combination?
I mean, we like, yes, we have this iconic back-to-back. Any given phantom
moment, yeah, where
like
we B2B out of
sometimes
nowhere.
there's spontaneous back-to-back phantom moments where we will play back-to-back, and it's super fun.
That's important because we both,
And that's also why I think it's beautiful.
yeah, because all our friends are around us. All the people we normally share dance floor with, they're there, and we give them new music. New bing bongs, new bleeps.
We find a way to come together. Like, it brings out the edges, the corners, the different sides that like we may not necessarily dip into if we were
on our solo.
Yeah,
thing.
on our solo thing.
Yeah. I mean, Fusion Festival.
I mean, energetically.
It wasn't a fusion. It wasn't a B2B.
It wasn't a B2B. It was more a vibe to vibe kind of thing. I was playing and Finn was artist carrying.
And I was a background dancer.
But like, we musically transcended,
yes.
I would say.
So let's talk about artistic insights. Let's do this separate, other specific venues, clubs, festivals, whatever, in Berlin or anywhere in the world that shaped your sound? Could even be something non-electronic.
I mean, musically, I was educated in Fig and 3000, I would say. In those cellars, playing there endlessly, and kind of mapping my own history of queer music. And beyond that, now we have new spaces. We have Phantom Bar. We have what else? I love Golden Gate still. For me, it's tech house heaven. And I mean, I'm always told that I'm too techno for house and too house for techno. So tech house heaven is exactly my address. I mean, I've heard 12-inch mixes of Prince there. Despite the people, it always educates me. But I think bad parties are also important.
I think I've most been inspired by live sets. Definitely inspired by some endless nights at Trezor when I was here visiting. Max Durante beating on the freaking vinyl shit. Like, that's crazy.
Your birthday at Trezor.
I mean,
which was iconic.
We've had many a golden
Mondays
nights
at
at Trezor. Anything DIY or underground at Ziegerstrasse. I've seen some beautiful things happening there. It's always places where you least expect it, and you know, anything that's pushing the boundaries. I think even at Royal Highness, like, I've found new life within music through just raw and real interpretation of music and people experimenting and feeling free to play the music that they want to play. Whole festival brings new and beautiful sounds always.
Maybe we can look at your event series or collectives you're part of. We have Royal Highness and we have Tanga. Maybe, Finn, you can tell us a little bit about Royal Highness, which is like a home game here for you, no? In Fitzroy.
Yes, we're in my cozy four walls. I think I know them inside out, but I don't. There's always a new place to escape here. Yeah, Royal Highness started as a Sunday party because actually the queer parties where I used to go to, always Cocktail de More and Buttons, they would happen every weekend, and at some point they would happen every month and more and more time in between. So me and my friend Onur, we always had after parties, and at those after parties we sometimes had 40 people, whatever. And these always happened every weekend, and we tested different sounds, and at some point we thought, let's put this into a club. We have all the icons, we have all the legacies, we have all the soundtracks, we have all the club stories, but we need a new space again, you know? We can't just have them in an apartment. So that's how Royal Highness started.
Tanga is the new party for the dolls, the theys, the gays, and plus. Yeah, it's just about being who you are and loving who you are, loving yourself, loving everyone else. And I would say make it cunty, honey. Let's make it cunt.
Let's talk a little bit about the Berlin scene. Like, what makes Berlin's club scene unique for you? I mean, you're both living here, you're playing here, you're hosting your parties here. So the question is, why are you here? And maybe even compared to other cities you have experienced of living in, or even countries, anywhere.
I mean, coming from New York, where I found myself and I was able to be who I am. This is kind of the only other city where I felt like a semblance of possibility to just dive into the nightlife and be who I am, and people will like respect you for that and see you for who you are. Yeah, I've gone to London and Paris, all the major cities, and I think there's beautiful things happening everywhere. But Berlin, something stuck with me, and I just think that there's so much happening. It's a nice city to feel like you can find yourself and find a new home.
Yeah, I'm always down to time travel, and in Berlin you can time travel very well. Let's say, I don't know, you're interested into something, into some vibe. The city offers so many possibilities, or nights, or evenings, or whatever, to just get to know yourself more by going into what you're into. And I think, yeah, that's why I'm still here. I tried to get out, but I didn't make it. No. Yeah.
So, Finn and Gia, thanks for the interview. Thanks for being here at S3XI Talks and obviously playing in our event here at Fitzroy. We are very glad that you live here, that you affect the scene with your parties and your ideas, and even that they're merging together and influencing you in combination. It's very nice to hear. I'm really looking forward for your set, and I'm looking forward for the night.